Hello, my name is Rohit, and I call myself the liberated Mid-Ager. That's because I'm 50 years old, so I'm not a teenager. I love biking. I take motorcycles across the country. One of the things that I always do every year is riding in Maharashtra in monsoons. Monsoons is just phenomenal in Maharashtra. So, what I will share with you today is a trip that I did to one of the places in Maharashtra in monsoon, and I hope you like this video. This ride was to Maharashtra. As I said, in monsoon, the Maharashtra looks really beautiful. So it just makes sense to do a great travel in Maharashtra on a motorcycle. So I went to Satara, and right near Satara is a place called Kaas Plateau. So this Kaas Plateau is so beautiful. It's supposed to be filled completely with flowers. I did it on 26th to 28th August 2025, and it was a solo ride. I tried to get my brother along with me for the ride, but he dished me in the last moment. So I said, why to miss a good ride? So I just went along and did this ride myself. Uh, Kaas Plateau is a UNESCO designated area. And if you see, it's about 530 kilometers from Hyderabad. It's a straight road till Sholapur. And the roads are beautiful. Whatever roads that are there in Telangana and Karnataka, they're very beautiful roads. Um, there is a diversion, at Mohol. So you continue on the Pune highway. At Mohol, you take a left diversion, and that is what goes to Satara. Now, one thing is very clear: as soon as you enter Maharashtra, from any part of the country, there will be potholes galore. I don't know why. It's a state with the highest GDP, but has got lots of potholes. So, two things are very standard in Maharashtra. One, you get potholes, and second, you get a policeman. So, even if it's raining a lot, there'll be a policeman actually checking your PUC. So, there are potholes, we have to be careful. But by and large, there is beautiful concrete roads from Pandharpur to Satara. In the middle, there will be some potholes, but very very beautiful ride. For this ride, I took my KTM. It's a white KTM. I call it Gandalf because it is magical. It just is supremely dependable. So I was completely equipped for a two-night stay. I have a Rhinox bag as a tail bag, and I fill up. It's generally enough for me till about 6 to 7 days. And I had completely kept my rain gear in a side bag, which I attached to the saddle bars. Going into Maharashtra in monsoons without a rain gear is just stupid. So we have to be prepared for that. Now, as soon as you enter Maharashtra, the monsoon rains make Maharashtra fully green and heavenly. So you can see greenery everywhere, and this is a stark contrast to the similar kind of a ride that I had done in July, where monsoon had not yet started. The Western Ghats in the backdrop of blue skies is absolutely gorgeous, right? So, and when you reach Satara, you take a ghat road going to the Kaas Plateau region. And as you go on the ghat road, and you can see the Satara town. The Satara town looks like any Greek town from the mountains. There are water bodies everywhere, there is greenery everywhere. You can see the muck in Satara only when you come into the city. But as you're riding up, it just looks absolutely heavenly. As soon as you finish the ghats, you reach the plateau, and this is completely covered with yellow wildflowers. So it just looks absolutely magical. You get into the plateau, and there is yellow flowers everywhere, and there are people just standing there and taking pictures. So lush green grass, yellow wildflowers. It's impossible that you don't stop and take some pictures here. And if you just walk on either sides, you can see the Koyna Lake at the background. So we can see the Koyna Lake here. There are three lakes around. There's a Koyna Lake, there is one more lake, and there's a Kaas Lake. So all three lakes can be seen as we drive. Now, from this place, about 10-12 kilometers more, is when you reach the actual Kaas Plateau. They say it's about 10,000 hectares of space. It's about 22 kilometers from Satara. But if you see the road here, it's a very straight road, very beautiful. But unfortunately, when I went there, it was misty, foggy, because the monsoons have been extended, and because of the monsoons being extended, the flowers have not bloomed. So I could see flowers, but they didn't look the way I wanted to. I had seen them in pictures. So the visibility was very low, but the atmosphere was absolutely magical. It's not open. So as I went on 27th of August, this was supposed to open on the 1st of September, and I could see the infrastructure. About 150 rupees ticket, and there are paths for viewing. So you can walk in specific paths, go onto the other side of the plateau, and view the flowers. The flowers were there, but not fully blooming. So if you see here, if you see closely, you can see some purple and pink flowers as the weather cleared. But in full bloom, this place is completely covered. So obviously, I'll have to go again to see the flowers in full bloom. When I went into the viewing area, they had pictures of all the flowers that bloom in this plateau. There are about 8 of them, and I could see about 4 or 5. But it definitely deserves another trip to be able to see the flowers in bloom. Now, the Kaas Plateau is a very small strip. So as soon as you cross the strip, you go down and you are near the Kaas Lake. Again, it was very foggy and misty, very romantic. There are lots of people standing there, but the only thing is not very good for viewing. But beautiful lake, and the water levels were full. The weather was rainy, and the temperature was quite cold. So one thing that I missed was I did not take warm clothes, and even though I was wearing rain gear, and that was very helpful. But in the evening, the warm clothes would have really helped. Right behind the lake is like a waterfall. So there is a food truck there, and a lot of people have vada pav and chai, and a lot of kids play around in this water. So it's a very nice place to stop and play around. So don't miss it. It's worth the trip. Now from there, when you go further down, on the left side, there is a small detour, and that takes you to a waterfall called as Vajrai waterfall. Now, once we reach there, there's a gate. You stop the vehicle there. There's a 70 rupees entry, and then a 1.5 kilometers walk on the paved roads. So once you reach the end, there's about 200 steps down, and you reach a viewing point. From the viewing point, you can see the waterfall. The waterfall looks beautiful. So 3 cascades is what you can see. There is 1, 2, and 3 cascades. And during monsoon, it was in full fury. It looks absolutely spectacular. The only thing is that during the monsoon, there are leeches everywhere. So you have to wear a good pair of shoes and make sure that the leeches don't crawl over your or your on your feet. Once I finished the Vajrai waterfall, I went further down, and there is a small village called Bamnoli. And in Bamnoli, there is a Koina reservoir, which is huge. And this has got great boating facilities, and there are nice local restaurants that you can have chai at. This height is much lower than Kaas Plateau, so visibility is very good. Not much, foggy conditions, etc. So I think the boating would be really good. I did not do boating because number of people were way less, and I was alone for this trip. But definitely should do boating, and you will be able to see the complete view of the Koina Lake. As I started coming back from Koina Lake into Kaas Plateau, you get fantastic views of the lake from the plateau itself, right? And I would suggest that travel in middle of September. That's when the monsoon has comprehensively ended, and you can get better views without the dense clouds that I could see. What is the use of going to Maharashtra if you don't have good Maharashtrian food? So I just Google saying that which is the best Maharashtrian food availability in Satara, and I got this. It's a Manas restaurant on the Satara Pune highway. Very clean restaurant. Got a Maharashtrian thali for somewhere about 250 rupees. Really delicious, and it's just worth it. Please do have a good Maharashtrian thali before you end your travel. I stayed in a resort called as Swaranagari Resort. Very delightful stay. It's a simple, budget-friendly, yet a very delightful resort. Nice cottages. The outside in the resort, there are colorful plant and trees, and they take majority of the resort area, and it's very nature-friendly. There's a balcony for every cottage, so it was pleasurable to just sit in the balcony, watch the rain, and watch the plants. The morning chai and food were really good. So it's a place that you would really enjoy with your family. There are play areas too. In room amenities are quite basic. I mean, it's not a five-star facility or anything, but very workable. So as I said, when I reached here, it was pretty cold, and they had extra blankets. They had extra bed sheets, towels. So very thoughtful. So I would say, worth staying in a place in Swarnagari Resort. So some quick pictures that I saw were worth it. So you can see the twin lakes. I talked about two lakes. I could see both the lakes from the up towards the plateau itself. At the Kaas Plateau, could see a lot of white flowers, even though you can't see them very well. But there were white flowers which were just blooming. So it looked very beautiful. And obviously, I'll take, we all bikers love to take picture of our bike. So my bike Gandalf right at the yellow wildflowers. It looked really pretty. And all the time I was wearing my rain gear, and that becomes a necessity in Maharashtra. But once you have, and both these are Vyaterra equipments that I have taken. So if you wear upper as well as a lower, the rain doesn't bother you at all, and you practically have to wear that all the time because it's spray raining completely. So I would say that Kaas Plateau is definitely a beautiful place for you to go. I think 4 days is enough. There are a lot of places I didn't cover. There are Fort Sajjangarh Fort, Tosegar Falls. I didn't cover those. So the next time that I go, I'll try to keep it 4 days to cover all these together. So wish you a great trip, and I'll keep coming up with more of such trips for you.